Good evening or good day. This is Bear, creator of the Battle of the Symbiotes series. Episode 7 is finally released after a lengthy hiatus. Hopefully you all enjoyed watching, as I do believe it was the best in the series. Now, I have received quite a few comments over the years regarding the production of these videos. I posted a poll over the weekend asking what specific aspects of production you all would like to see. And out of the 4 categories, the filming won by a significant margin. As such, we'll start there. As you've probably noticed, I've since removed most of the walls and props following the end of production. However, this video is just to give a brief glimpse into how I put these ideas to film. We start with Carnage standing there, menacingly. For those curious, this is a Yamaguchi number 8 figure. Once I've placed the figure, I set up whatever camera angle I think suits the scene the best, and then start working on the lights. I generally go with one overhead light, most of the time some type of off-white color. And depending upon how intense I want the shadows, as well as if I want the background illuminated or not, I'll move it closer or further away from the subject. Now I bring in the front-facing light. Most of the time I'd use blue for Venom or Spider-Man, but this looks fairly interesting on Carnage as well. I adjust the angle and proximity of the blue light until I get something like this. Now, I like how Carnage looks in this photo, however, I think the angle needs work. Moving back to the camera, I have it on a tiny tripod with adjustable legs. I tilt it to bring more of a Dutch angle and shift the camera slightly in front of Carnage's shoulder instead of directly perpendicular to the camera. With him back in frame, I think this looks much better. Jumping over to EOS Utility, which I use to control the camera, the Canon Rebel T3i. I adjust the shutter speed, ISO, and aperture until I get the brightness and depth of field that I want. With this specific camera, I try to keep the ISO at 800 or below, as it introduces quite a bit of grain into the image at higher levels. I adjust the shutter speed and aperture together to get the image quality that I want. Now, before starting, I had a fishing line tied to a beam above Carnage, connected to his neck. Usually I'd use much thinner line, but I ran out of the 1 pound test I was using, so this is 4 pound and it will do for now. And I think that looks good. We start moving frame by frame, and now that Carnage has to take a step, I bring in the hot glue. Now, don't do this unless you're okay with mangling your figures, as this is extremely difficult to clean off. Then we keep moving and finish the shot. After this, I jump over to Windows Photos and just scroll back and forth through the image. This won't show the proper frame rate, but it gives me an idea of how the scene is going. At this point, I realize that I accidentally bumped into the blue light with my elbow and need to redo the entire scene. Hopefully you enjoyed this brief introduction. I kept it relatively brief this time to give a general overview of my filming process. If you have any questions or any recommendations on what sort of behind-the-scenes videos you'd like to see, leave a comment below. And wherever you are, I hope you have a good rest of your day.